Alrighty, here we go. Yep. All right, let's see. Make my microphone fall over. Here we go. I'm thinking I was thinking HeeFever, like HeeFever parody, but maybe HeeFever would be better, speaking to all of the pollen in the air. And so this is an EL comic. Hello, my lady. Gotta toast that, toast that other side. You gotta make sure it's evenly toasted. Can't have an unevenly toasted coconut. Yes, you're exactly right. Now let me do my job. Now in my original sketch, I have this a 3-2-1. But I'm not sure if I need it to be a 3-2-1. It'll be nice as a 3-2-1. And please excuse me in advance if I'm looking like blinky and weird. My contacts are gummy because of the hay fever and the pollen in the air. So my eyes are getting a little weird and I have to keep squirting them with eye drops. I think I will add that 5th because these are going to be two All right, let's just draw. All right, I think that'll work. Ariana, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Did I not center? I did not center those frames. Goodness. Goodness. I might need a little less room, but we're gonna work with it as is. Yeah, doing pretty good. So I had a couple of client projects to work on, and I've been the last several days just drawing nonstop for these maps and golf courses, well, mini golf courses. And I finally got it done last night, and it felt so good. It felt so good to get that done. And it just, because I had to do is it a pretty large, I'm sorry, my eyes are just falling in the air is really making my eyes kind of gum up. But I had to draw a playground layout, but it's like more of a play land because it's several different areas and it's an outdoor thing and there's a splash pad. So I had to do 2 maps for these 2 separate areas. And then preceding that, I was doing a mini golf course. So I was very much in the 3-dimensional turning things in my head and drawing them in different ways, space, and that takes a lot out of me. And so that's what I've been working on, and I finally got it done last night and felt really good to get it done and turned in. So I celebrated with a little bit of Path of Exile and I logged back into it. And it had been, I think, no, absolutely the first time I'd logged in since setting up my new computer, which was, a couple months ago. Oops. Oh, I am typing. CATCAM working? No, nothing's coming through. Okay, I turned on the CATCAM, which is sound coming through above coconut. And that is the only thing that is coming Okay, so something is... I'm gonna test because I think something stupid switched with the audio settings in Windows because desktop audio is on. Yeah, no, it's a bad, well, it's not a good camera. It's yeah, let me figure. I think I know what happened. I just have to figure out where the setting is. Let's try this one. Test, test, test. All right. Test, test, test. It's working right now. But hear you, okay. Yeah, I know, I know. But I can't hear me. Still sound distant. Oh, 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 is it working? It's working, it's working. Okay, I hear it, okay. All right, hold up. Okay, this has to do with volume. I messed up the volume. Why? Why are you doing this to me? What? Why is Spotify so loud? There we go. And I'm still canny. There we go. And I'm still canny. Test, test. What is going on with this thing? What is going on with this thing? I'm trying again. Weird. All right, so what it's doing is it is defaulting to the webcam. It's like, it's like Windows doesn't want to see my mic. If I unplug this and plug it back in, I could break everything even worse, or we could just deal with canny, gross sound. Guys, you want to know what was wrong with the sound? My mic wasn't plugged in. I know, Coconut, I'm stupid. Sorry. I'm sorry, Beanie Weenie. I'm sorry, Beanie Weenie. All right. She gave you a stretch for dealing with my shenanigans. All right. She gave you a stretch for dealing with my shenanigans. All right, I can mute my background audio here since we figured it out. An easy fix, but I just needed to find the problem. Oh, that's embarrassing. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, that's embarrassing. I didn't click anything. I just, yeah. So even so, I wonder, I guess it's because it was trying to figure out where, well, and that makes me wonder, what was OBS picking up? Oh well, whatever. It's working now. Back to drawing. At least you figured it out before you I know, right? That would have been the worst. Thank you for helping me troubleshoot. Even though it was user error, and I kept on looking at it because there's usually a green light on my mic, and I'm like, why isn't the light on? But it's picking up because everything was registering, but then it was, I guess it was just defaulting to that mic or this mic. Because I've got this cam up here, and then I've got Coco's cam. Yeah. All right. Oh man. Always good to laugh at yourself every now and then, right? Well, that's good because, you know, I've already done the dumbest thing I could, well, not the dumbest thing. I could probably do something dumber, but that takes my dumb item of the day off the table. So now everything else is going to be awesome today. First step for everything, is it plugged in? If it's not plugged in, why is it not plugged in? See, and I think that's what happened because I was uncoiling the cord, and I have muscle memory to plug it into the back of the computer. Well, it's a different setup now, but I remembered to throw it to the front, and I was like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. I remembered the right place to plug it in. But then when I went back around, I never plugged it in. Yeah. It's kind of like, I think it's attributed to Chuck Jones, but if you actually read in Chuck-a-Muck, he's talking about what a teacher, I believe, or his dad said to him that it's the 10,000 bad drawings rule. You've got to get out those bad drawings before you get good. And so, yeah, you've kind of got to get your bonehead deeds out for the day. Yes. Oops. What point size? I probably could stand to make it a little smaller. That was a little wiggly, but it turned out okay. There we go. Smile a little bit more angled here. And let's get the rest of this out of the way. And I think I'm going to point my, again, repoint my fan to get a little more airflow. Okay, my dear. Close. Better. So I revisited an old favorite last night. Apparently you can watch episodes of the original Iron Chef on Peacock and several other networks. So I queued one of those up, and it's interesting how they have them labeled, because if you on mine, if you bring it up, it'll show episodes available. They have it divided into years and then seasons. And so I was like, okay, well, let's just start at the beginning. So I did season 1, episode 1, but it's not. It was actually the first episode that Morimoto was in, and he's the third, well, apparently the third. I knew about the first one before him, but not previously to that. Iron Chef Japan. So it was Battle Red Snapper. And gosh, it was kind of a kick to see those again. But yeah, OG Iron Chef is so good. Like, Fukui-san. I miss Fukui-san. He was such a good kitchen announcer. And they were the judges and spectators. I guess a couple. Well, they had all of the Iron Chefs because it was his first battle. I think they have them in order. They first aired. Maybe I guess because there's the year, and then they had 2 separate sections. So I'm guessing that you're probably right, and that it was how they originally had done that. I also wonder, because in the version that I watched, they did not dub Chairman Kaga. It was disrespectful. So they just subtitled him and you still got Chairman Kaga's voice. But you can still hear it softly behind the dubbing. But in the one I chose, which was the season divided one, that was what they did. So maybe they redid it again. I'm curious because the ones that are divided by year might be the original dubbing, because there was new dubbing over for the Chairman Kaga parts. At least it was. I mean, I'm sure it still is disrespectful, but I guess they got permission or something to do it. But I remember thinking that was curious how Kaga was the only one who was subtitled. Everybody else got dubbing. And I think I set a lot of those to record because I had, I had VHS tapes of it all. She's got a little belly, but maybe I just need to redraw her footers. Her footers are kind of off. There we go. But of course, Morimoto won. He won his first battle. I remember, God, it was so funny. They had, I don't remember. I think it was Fukui-san, but he had some line that just made me burst out laughing. Something like his talent or his dishes shining as brightly as the diamond in his ear, and then the camera closes up on this tiny little stud. And I'm just like, okay, well, I guess that was punk rock in, what was it like? I guess that was 98, something like that. They just kept on kind of comparing everything, shining brightly like the diamond. I don't ever recall that watching it the first time, but then again, I didn't remember that battle. I'm sure I saw it, but think I'll have this in the extreme foreground. And I'll have other flowers maybe up here. I have one over here too. Cheesy, but so good. I also didn't remember that they had two sous chefs, I guess. Because Morimoto had assistants and they were dressed, they had kind of like blue uniforms. And then the other side, they were dressed in white. So I guess that's how they differentiated the sous chefs. Or assistant chefs. I don't know if they would be sous chefs, but I guess they could be. Let me get these rough drawing flowers. There we go. Get those minimized a little bit so I'm not getting confused with what I'm drawing here. I feel like this guy needs to move a little bit. So I'm going to take the, whoops, most of the flower, all of the flower. Do a little bit. Oops. Okay, apparently you don't want to move. Better. I think I can make my point size smaller even still. Uh-oh. Her heating pad timed out. Yeah, I ran out of Bobby Flay Triple Threat, so I had to figure out something else to watch during dinner. I thought those were fun. I think I'll go ahead and group flower with, or separately from everything else, so I can easily layer him properly. Group. All right. Now let's make more flowers. Get that back up here. I think I can close that down again. There we go. Watch my sound go out again. Pretty. guys, just opening. All right. And I want one more petal or something. I feel like you're missing something right here. Not looking right. Okay. So we need to also be seeing flowers in front of her. I think I'll go ahead and just keep them in the same zone like that. All right. Oops. Here, I'll keep that flower petal. Let's just kind of bring these together like that. And I've got one with kind of nodding off over here. Oops. Let's do a curled leaf. Wait. Oh, that looks weird. Yeah, no. No. Oh, pretty. I like that little curled edge. And I think I'll wrap some leaves around it. He's pretty big, so let's go ahead and bring that down a bit. It's kind of as big as these ones that are in the foreground. There we go. we go. Little tiny baby leaf up there. All right, and then we need to take care of this one. And I need to draw through this guy, because he's gonna not disappear behind this one. He's gonna still exist. There we go. And then I think I had, let me just do a couple of silhouettes maybe. And boop, boop, boop. As I move it out, he needs to be over a little bit. Maybe that should be a little smaller. I'll leave room and I'll just do the cluster of leaves and stuff in here as lineless form and shapes. Maybe, yes. All right, so that's that. Let's go back out here and let me work on this ground cover here because it's a little bit heavy. Take away that, and let's erase this. All right, so now we need to add the fun part, which is the pollen and like everything in the air. It's just going to be everywhere. And this is probably something I'll achieve with details and pops of color and that stuff at the end. Right, think I'll leave that frame for good. Let's come over here and we have the, and then she gets a sniff of the pollen and then she starts sneezing and sniffling, and then she's going home and the floofs notice. And then the floofs are like, hey, come here, we'll help you. And then they basically wrap her in blankets, give her her favorite warm drink, and start taking care of EL. All right, let's move here. My chat's not updating, so I'm worried that it might be broken, but I shall see. I have it on live. I could probably switch, but let's get to the, this is a one that I'm kind of struggling with this one because I'm thinking I'll show her sniffing or kind of getting the pollen up her nose, maybe in the wideness of her eyes, and then maybe some sound effects. Definitely want to do the achoo and sneeze and show the pollen everywhere. Let's just figure it out. Have you seen the super close-up pics of pollen that look like the... Oh, no. Let me look. Should I just Google pollen Death Star? Or, oh, that came right up. Oh, shoot. It really does, doesn't it? All right. Ooh, am I gonna try to draw? Because I usually, actually no, I'm gonna just draw this general shape because I was gonna attempt to freehand her little cheekies, but I want them to be like pointed way up, like exaggerated. I don't know if I can. Oh. Got that. Might be some of these easiest frames. I have to do more pollen in the air over here. Oops. So I want to do her ears flat, and maybe her whiskers are, her little cheekies are straight out but jagged, like this. See if I can get this right. I'm going to do her tail jagged too. But I need to do that, I need to actually draw it regular so I can get the fluff right. All right, we got to get airplane ears right. Coconut's airplane ears turn up. She just has this like little turn that's so funny that it makes the wingspan look extra long. It's like she's got her little head here and then she has like this. Like that. And it exaggerates the ears. It says you're talking about me and I know it. See if I can get this right. I'm going to erase this bottom part and see if I can't redraw it with just freehand. Do I want to keep the, do I want to keep that or just like she did into her hands? Kind of feel like maybe into her hands might be better and maybe her face turned down a little bit more. There we go. Yes. And like all the fur is flying because of course it would. And I'll put a little sniffle here. Oh, and smaller point size. Okay, save. And let's sit up straight and move this out. Okay, that works, that works. All right, so now the floofs are going to come to the rescue. And let's break up this grass line a little bit. All right, and I think I made her a little bit bigger than I should have. And I'll fix that miss on the line. Just erase this. There we go. That's how I want to let's get her face in here. I want to have this down a little bit more, like she's looking into her hands. She's trying to get out of the... Maybe she's running. Like her head might be a little bit too tall, but I don't want to make it... Hey Kathy, welcome to the stream. See if I can draw this a little bit better. I don't want to make her run, like she's running to get back inside. Oops. Would help if I actually drew inside the right group. There we go. Let's get this ear down a little bit more. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's kind of them folded as they should be. All right. See if I can get this right. Or if I might have to redraw. Although I think I should be okay. Oh, yep, I did draw the whole thing. And I think I need to... do I want to draw her other arm in front? It's like this. It's kind of is curving over her body, but... Or maybe her foot should be behind. Let's see how that looks. The foot probably should be a little pointed. I think I can get rid of that. And then let's fix this ear. I think I need to bring it down just a smidge to be more in line with the rest of her head. There we go. Smaller point size. And then the pollen is still going to be everywhere in the air. Let's get her eyes down a little bit more. Or maybe that doesn't look right. I think this one's just a little bit far up. Now that one looks weird. All right. Don't know if I'll leave the crying eyes there. Oops, mouth is a little off. All right, save. Now we have a close-up, kind of a 3/4, and they are helping her. Whoops. Oh, really? Oh no, big stretch. Those legs. Those legs. I like to wiggle her little leg. It's kind of cute. Only works if it really like flops and wiggles if I get underneath kind of her knee, but I couldn't get the ankle, so. bigger. Let's go ahead and group. Kind of need to bring this down a little bit, or the ear up a little bit. There we go. Hey Dee, welcome to the stream. You need a break and YouTube isn't working out for me lately. Aw, well, welcome back. Good to see you. See if I can get this. Hi, Tux Tux. Come on. We have a Tuxie, a rare appearance. Get your water. He's going to determine. Oh, yep. Sort of. Maybe. Not. Nope. No good. It is not acceptable. Never know when the water will be acceptable and when it will not be, because he drinks Pete's water and he has a giant like feeder jug that just I clean it and replace it just every couple days, but he loves that water, but he refuses anything else that's like hours old. Multiple pet life. Now I want to bring this floof in front. All right, let's get that one. This one is sort of done. Yeah, Pete is, well, he's a lot of different things. I think, he's a super mutt was one of the most, and it was a mix of many things. German Shepherd. I think there's a Chow Chow in there. There was some Pit in there. There was some Labrador in there. All right. This one I think can move over. There we go. That's all I needed to do was move this floof over a bit. Get this one ready. Way too many points on it. That has way too many points on it. There we go. These eyes aren't working. There we go. There we go. go. Better. There we go. I feel like this bottom part is not quite right. My smidge wider. Right. Okay, let's move these guys out. Right, save, and now let's get this final frame sketched out, and then line art will be done. So they're going to be setting up a pillow and giving her her favorite drink, and I think I had a box of Kleenex down here as well. All right, get this point size back up one more. I can always make it bigger. Hold on a second here. There we go. Just a small little smile. Because she's happy. I have to get the other side of the... I know the floof is going to be blocking the pillow, but I still want to make it look right. Cozy Town never ends up having a cheese shop. It may have to be run by a character based. Oh, that's a good idea. Darn. He does love cheese. I was thinking originally putting like a little detective series and he would be a character in there, but he could definitely work as a cheese shop owner. Okay, I can get rid of all of this. He shop as a day job, detective as a hobby, and murder he barked. I don't know if there'd be murder in Cozy Town, but definitely some mysteries to solve. So now the floofs get the hee-hees. I'm gonna do the Kleenex box floof here. And I'll have him just pushing it over. Get this right. So here. Just group the Kleenex box to make that easier. There we go. There we go. And now let's go into Kleenex box and erase that back line. There we go. And there we go. So that'll be layered over, and then I'll do a little background stuff, but they're just taking care of you though. And I think I won't need as much of the background or area as I have out here, but we'll see. I might add a few more things in. All right, let's save. This should have been Mischiefy barked. I like that. Mischiefy barked. I like that. I've got to write that down. Oops. I like that. All right, so HeeFever. Whoops. Oh, I thought that didn't look centered, but I guess it is centered. So EL is observing the flowers and she's getting an idea, but the pollen gets to her first. So she starts sneezing and she starts running away, and then the floofs notice and they're like, hey, we can help you. And then they get the last hee-hee in the end when they're helping her feel better and just kind of get cozy and take care of herself. I thought that was a cute little, nice little floof and EL moment. I'll move that up just a smidge. And let's hit save there. And I think that'll be it for me today on the stream. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my ending screen. If you want to see how this ends up, it'll be posted in the morning on my website, as well as social media a little bit later. Usually 9 a.m. Central is when those go live. Let me go over to my ending screen there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I always appreciate your company in chat, and I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I forgot to plug in my mic, but those things happen. But yeah, thank you so much, Sharon, Dee, Ariana, Kathy, Clint, all my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday and a wonderful weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday and we'll be working on the cover for Volume 7 again. So that'll be for the next couple of streams. I'll be doing bookwork, and I'll show you how I actually put the files together and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.